A very warm good evening to all of you. With immense pleasure, I, Riddhi, welcome you all and the participants with the honorable guest Aditya Shende sir to this amazing workshop on how to get started with bug bounties, organized by student organization Griffin under the aegis of Division of Student Welfare, lovely professional university. Now, before commencing, I would like to tell you about the organizer of this workshop. Griffin is a premier student organization in LPU which believes in the core values of compassion, zeal, chivalry, and consistency. A Tier 2 organization, Griffin brings unique and one of its kind events, workshops, and initiatives to the students that are just a notch above. Team Griffin believes that we are not just a student organization, but your companion to Zenith. And to achieve that right flight, we need your constant support and participation. So stay tuned with Griffin and follow us on our social media handles. Before moving ahead, it's a further request and a humble request from our side to please stay with us till the end of the A very warm good evening to one and all, our participants and our honorable guest Aditya Shinde sir, to this amazing workshop on how to get started with bug bounties, organized by student organization Griffin under the aegis of Division of Student Welfare, lovely professional university. Now, before commencing, I would like to tell you a bit about the organizer of this workshop. Griffin is a premier student organization in LPU which believes in the core values of compassion, zeal, chivalry, and consistency. Mr. Aditya Shinde is a
Your mic seems to be on mute.
am I audible now?
Yeah, ma'am, you are audible now.
Yeah.
So our speaker is a veteran hunter who has risen to the top 100 researchers on a global bug community platform. It's really a pleasure to have you here with us, sir. The stage is all yours.
For inviting me. Thanks, LPU, for inviting me. Without any wasting time, I will start with my presentation, and I hope everyone will enjoy this one. Is it visible for everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, sir, it is
Okay,
visible.
so we'll start with the specific topic. So basically, what mistakes I have done in bug bounties, how I started, what was my journey. So this is the topic, getting started in bug bounties. So before that, I will basically, this is the main topic, and I will start with my introduction. So I'm a proud Indian, obviously, and a bug bounty hunter and trainer. I have trained many people in bug bounties, those who have started, those who have experience, those who are into corporate, currently working as a team operations in Agri-10X and pursuing masters in cybersecurity from University East Anglia. And this is a bit of time difference because in UK it's almost, I think, 12:45 in the noon. And my most of the interest in web application, functional exploits, and I do love bikes. So what is exactly this? This is actually a very basic thing that who wants to start in bug bounties. I will tell about my journey also. So what exactly it is this? You can say tech people or those who are interested into technical or internet things, they have to or they finds issue in websites, Android, iOS application, etc. So basically whatever whichever which is connected to internet, they used to find bugs or loopholes and they report to the organization. Let's suppose Samsung have a policy, they said that you can hack into us. So once not hacking, not that perspective, so we can find a bug and we can report to them. So by professional definition, you can say a bug bounty program is offered by many websites or software. So recently I was reading about some tweets and some of the researchers found some issues or 0 days into a Java, and it's obviously affecting all of the websites and wherever all of the softwares wherever they are using it. So as a single person, when I started bug bounties, you can say official and unofficial, you can say professional experience as a 5 years, and unofficial you can count as a 8 years. So how I started into hacking, what was my first need? I hope you remember some like a few years back, you can say when I was in 8th standard, you remember that SIM cards, Tata Docomo, Uninor, all of those stuff. So we have to get 20 rupees scratch card or vouchers to serve the internet. So it was like 100 or 200 MB for a day. So my first need was I need an internet first. So many people did the small stuff like using WPA tester tool, routing their mobiles, and all of the stuff. So first I hacked into a Wi-Fi WPS tester using that specific tool or application. So it was my first thing that my internet need is complete. That time I don't have any kind of laptop or computer or machine. But thing is, I used to pay like 10 or 20 rupees in cyber cafe. I used to spend 20 to 30 minutes to watch some YouTube videos to learn about what is hacking, how to check into that, what are the types of hackers and all of the stuff. So whatever you search on internet, let's suppose one of my friends, I was checking the YouTube history for his from his laptop, or you can say from his iOS device. So what I found that he was searched the hacking cases he so literally in Hindi. So he was watching some videos which are literally misguiding people, because whatever you learn, it's from all your experience. So when I was watching videos on YouTube, what I found, I landed on 500 POC. So I found that I'm literally spending 20 rupees for 30 minutes. What if I have $500 in my pockets? That time I thought it's almost 8 or 9 standard. So obviously everyone loves money. Me too. I have the same approach for money. But this is the place where I started. So I will tell about the full exploring journey, what I've done. Before that, how I hunt down my first valid bug. There are many platforms like HackerRun, Bugcrowd, Integrity. I started with Bugcrowd, and before that, I initially started with HackerRun. So because I don't know what is that, I just watching the programs. I was just watching the applications, websites, and they said you can do this, but I don't know the meaning of that. So they said in policy that you can find these types of issue, and in another section they said you cannot perform these types of attacks. So I failed multiple times. All you heard about, many people are experienced here. I know one of my friend, or you can say student, Pawan, is also here. He also failed many times. Now he is hacking into Google like a monster and banging the Google like a monster. So SPF, DMARC, very low severity issues. I was literally reporting all of the time. So I failed multiple times. And if you see, 10 months later, I have got my first bounty, which is 150 dollars, where I perform a cross-site request forgery attack to profile update. So, but the thing is, when I started on Bugcrowd, it was my first passion that people were posting. I was awarded with 200, 2000, something like that. But I literally don't know what was that. So how can I get that money? I just have a passion about money. That how can I get that? Before starting, when I started on Bugcrowd, it was my minus 10 points. Literally, I was in minus on Bugcrowd platform. So when I got my 10 points on a bug route. So it was literally zero. So if you wanted to start into bug bounties, how you can? With the basics, I will suggest, because whatever mistakes I did, you should not do it. So always learn the basics regarding networking. So protocols or IP address or internet, literally how it's working. On the second point, Linux basics. So many people ask me that, sir, we are using VMware, we are using a subsystem, but we are not getting the things, it's not getting installed. So I ask question, do you know the basics? Do you know how it works? Have you watched the steps? They said, no, I just wanted to install. Then what's the approach? So many people use a VPS. I'm also using a subsystem in my machine because my VPS get banned because I was performing hard attacks from my VPS, which is my private server. And the mistake which I did, I was learning and watching videos about each and every vulnerability. Let's suppose I'm watching one video. In suggestion, I found another video which worth $1,000. So I was checking that. So I did like at a one time I was learning multiple things. So for you, if you're learning at a one, so first you can go with the networking basics, then you can go with the Linux basics, and you should know how computer flow. Let's suppose network adapters, how the things are working, command lines, commands. So learning at one. So basically, if you're learning about network, you should only learn about network. On the second part, so how things work. So in website, everyone, I think everyone used to watch Netflix, Amazon Prime. Some people used to ask for bhai link de de. Don't worry, I was the same guy a few years back. I used to ask a link for people. But the point is, website is really working perfectly or not. Application is really working perfectly or not. You have to check that. So as a functionality in website, we can upload our phone number or upload our profile photo. I saw some people, I know some people that they found a issue in phone number update in Netflix, in Facebook, and multiple big tech giants. Just that single function for uploading profile photo or phone number, they rewarded with $5,000, which is not a small amount. So testing into website, testing into application, check how it is working, check how server works. So it's simply you can actually install XAMPP. So I will literally say I learned the, you can say, BSc computer science from MIT Pune. But thing is, whatever you type in university or college like hello world, this is not the thing that you are getting into corporate or industry. I'm learning masters in cybersecurity in my university, but thing is I'm not getting that vibe that what I'm getting into hacking or what I'm getting into pen testing. But the thing is, what I found, the positive thing, that I grown my research methodologies. So how technologies work, how things are working. So apart from that, like basics, let's suppose you have completed over basics, how things are working, you know how website works, what type of technologies, let's suppose Apache, you can say PHP, JSP, whatever they are using languages, you can learn about it. Now the main important topic, what are the tools, the proxy tools? There are multiple tools. I prefer Purpsuit. You can use, you can start with the free community edition, or you can start with the professional usage. You must know that how tools are working. You must know that there are multiple options, but sometimes you will literally get confused that how you need to use. So browser users, people literally know that they can open the browser, they can go with the settings and all of those stuff. So, but if you check my browser, there are some add-ons, there are some extension which I've installed that I use for hacking or finding vulnerabilities into website. So if you're opening Chrome, if you're opening Opera, if you're opening Firefox, whatever browser you are using, they are really helpful for your testing. Many people ask that without tools, can you find bugs? I say 100% yes, because I know how they are going to use. So even if you don't know the knowledge of browser usage for bug bounty pen testing or finding bugs, no problem at all. There are multiple methodologies. See, I don't know the coding. I literally don't know the coding. I just learned 6 or 7 months back that go with the Python, Go language, and Bash scripting, and I know a bit of that. So fifth point is Linux command, which are mostly important because your single command will ruin your laptop or it will ruin your machine, because learning about the commands is the most important, and the labs, because what mistake I did uh, at that time, I don't know that labs are there or not. So I was literally hacking into a local website, let's suppose shop website, any market website. I was just checking bugs into that, because that time labs were not available. So for you, you have right now a Portswigger, which is perfectly fine, which is literally many people are learning from Portswigger. You can go with it. On HackerOne platform, they have a CTFs. You can find the vulnerabilities. You have to submit the answer, and then you will get the points. So what's the main important thing about Hacker 101 CTF? Then once you get the points, they will invite you for a private bug bounty platform. So let's suppose they'll have a bug bounty platform private, so they can invite you. So many research or many hackers are not invited into that specific websites to hack. So you are the one who can find the bugs easily. So there is a fourth site, which is hack this site. You can do the practice on that. And apart from that, if you don't like, if you wanted to invest your money and time, I will suggest that you can go with the pen tester lab, so which is paid, but it's really helpful. Many organizations like giants, tech giants, they do approve certifications from platforms like Portswigger. Also, you can go with the EJPT and multiple certification that I will explain you in next part. So if you search about these keywords, if you see these platforms, so first I prefer a bug crowd, those who I prefer hacker also, because I just moved into HackerOne and it's a bit easy for me. I did the same 5 years back. I started with HackerOne also, but I didn't get that vibe because I have less knowledge. And Integrity and Yes We Hack, those two platforms, European platforms, you can check also that. Now the fifth point about the dorking that I will explain. So this is a specific search technique that whenever you put a specific keywords into Google search, that you can get the information about individuals or organization. So just for example, I have given this example, index of money heist. So whatever IP address or web server you are watching right here. So this specific information contains the seasons of money heist from season 1 to I think season 3, guess so. So instead of money heist, if you put a specific keyword, so this is just a one type of Google dorking. This is just a single keyword of a Google dorking, which is index of, then after whatever keyword you wanted to put. So instead of money heist, if I put, let's suppose Game of Thrones, if let's suppose if I put about Suits or Lucifer, you can get the information about that. So this is the same thing. If suppose if I put index of Dell, or if suppose index of Samsung, something kind of this. So maybe I have the information about internal documents, internal reports from the organization. This is the part. So I'll be talking about the proxy tools, Burpsuit and OWASP. So this is the very basic about it. Obviously, this is a topic where you can, how you should get started and what mistake I did that you should not do. So on the proxy tools, you can say, I will suggest a Burpsuit because I do use this. So it's you can say a specific platform you can for say for performing security testing or on application. So I do test on iOS, I do test on Android applications, on websites also. So Burpsuit literally help us to perform or modify the activity. So just for example, I will tell you one thing. So many people, many of the girls right here, they used to shop on websites. Not only girls, boys do also. So on that basis, I have just given an example. So on a shopping website, it contains multiple products. So you can guess about Amazon, you can guess about Flipkart. So for an example, a helmet worth which is 5,000 Indian rupees. So using a specific activity, you can say capturing the request in Burpsuit. So I captured the request of purchase, or you can say checkout, where there is a parameter which shows the value of that specific helmet, which is 5,000 Indian rupees, right? So what if I remove two zeros from it? So I did perform the same activity in one of my bug bounty private program. So they were vulnerable for this vulnerability. So I was able to buy, which is 5,000 US dollars worth in just $1. So that vulnerability called as parameter tampering. It's, you can say, business logic attack, and it involves like manipulation in parameters. Also, you can say request and response. This is a big step about it. I'm suggesting this is just a one vulnerability. Just think about other vulnerabilities, what it will do. So whatever I bought, which was like 5,000 US dollars, and I bought it in $1. So for that specific vulnerability, obviously it was a critical. So they just paid me like 1,200 US dollars, which was not that useful for me because I was expecting more. But this is the bug bounty field. Even if you report small issues, sometimes you will get high money. If you report high issues, sometimes you will get low money. But not all of this. I'm not presenting bug bounty as a bad field. Nowadays, many people are turning into pen testing and hacking and all of those stuff. I welcome all of them. So learning about the vulnerabilities. So I have the half knowledge, and all of you know that half knowledge is literally dangerous. So for you, you can go with the OWASP top 10. So if you go to that specific website in slides, I will be posting my slides on speaker deck so you can check about it. So if you learn about OWASP top 10, which are mostly asked interview, or you can say mostly question asked in interview, because in my organization, when I used to take interview of other people, so I used to ask them that, do you know the recent top 10 or OWASP top 10? So if the person say yes, so I ask them what are the categories and what are the list, because I do believe basics are important. So similarly, OAPs, they have a testing guide. So people, let's suppose, just for example, you want to learn about rate limit vulnerability, or you want to learn about SSRF vulnerability. So when you check the guide, they said what is the definition, how you can test for this vulnerability, what type of report you need to craft, and what type of report you need to send. So if it is valid, then obviously you are getting money or you are getting some valid points. And apart from that, add overflow, I will suggest bug bounty cheat sheets, because from the basic, I will suggest that you can go for OS top 10. And then after, if you go want to explore more into it, you can go for bug bounty cheat sheet, which is from add overflow. So this is literally professional and literally a big part of it. Now this is the section many people get confused at. Aditya said this, what I need to do. But when you complete your basics or when you complete your beginner part, that will only help you from this thing. So after that, a certification parts. So similarly, certifications are obviously helpful in the industry too. So when you started into it, literally you will find that I have no idea what I'm doing. So as same as this doc. So I made a bit different order. So I'll explaining from the three, if you can say EJPT. So those who wanted to get started or those who recently started into a cybersecurity field, they can go for EJPT. So this is practical certifications on pen testing and information security essentials. So it will guide you from the basics, which from the commands, installing boxes, installing the information and tools, how you can use that. So from the EJPT perspective or from the beginner's perspective, I will suggest EJPT. Then after the EWPT part. So whatever I'm posting right here, this is recently trending in industry, and many people and most of the organization, they said that at least you have one certification for this kind of job. So as a EWPT, it will give you more depth knowledge about a pen testing on web applications. So that web application may contains different kind of third-party services. Let's suppose Google Cloud, Amazon, EC2 instances, or GCP, whatever it is. So whatever keywords you are hearing right now, once you started a practice or once you started learning about it, you will get to know about what Aditya said, that this specific keyword, these are the technical keywords he said. So as a OSCP, I do believe OSCP is, it's like UPSC and MPSC of cybersecurity, because I haven't done it, but I know the review, I know the content. Many people did it. My students also did it. So this is, you can say, obviously UPSC and MPSC is hard. So similarly, OSCP is also that much hard. But if you did the same practice, you will get more information. So it's a proper hands-on pen testing, or you can say hands-on hacking into applications and servers that will give you a specific certificate. And this is the most important, just why I put OSCP as a first. So whatever doing right now, because from last 5 and 6 years, what I found, it also affects on mental health, because many of bug bounty hunters are listening to this specific slides, and many of those who started beginners, they said that this people get the bounty, then why I didn't get it. So how it affects on mental health? All you know, duplicates. So what about the duplicates? Those who don't know about it. So let's suppose me, there is a guy called Abhishek, and there is also me. So Aditya and Abhishek reported same vulnerability in let's suppose Samsung website. But thing is, Aditya reported first and Abhishek reported after like some time. So obviously I'm a first reporter. I'll be getting some information. I'll be getting some appreciation if the bug is valid, because they are not going to pay for the same vulnerability to two researchers, right? Because they have also financial budgets. If I'm getting $1,000, then why Abhishek will get it? Don't go on personal name. I'm just taking this as an example. So not applicable. This is the worst part what I found. No, not applicable and no response. You mail to organization, they said this is not a valid bug. But when in another post or article you find this website or that organization paid that bug bounty hunter for this vulnerability, and then you will say that if this person getting bounty, then why I'm not getting? I did the same attack, I did the same report, but I didn't get it. So all of you heard about Hatoki Pachungliya same Nuyori. So similarly, all of our five fingers are not same. On that thing, industry or corporate or organization, they don't have the same policy as our fingers. I'm taking this as an example. So once you email, after 3 or 4 months, you will wait. After many of my beginner students who said that, sir, I reported issue, I didn't get any reply. I said, how many days? So he said, sir, 6 days. So I said, it's been a 6 days. I'm waiting for my one of vulnerability report, which is critical from 1.5 years. So that's the point. This also affects on mental health, because what people do, they used to report and they just wait for the response. They said that they are very confident. And obviously I need a confidence. You need a confidence, but not in overconfident case. They said, I reported valid bug. I will get a $500 or $1,000 bounty and I will rest for the month. That's a good thing. But expectations are always leads to disappointment, I do believe. So just do reporting, just start reporting. If you report 20 bugs, you will get at least 10 or 12 responses from organization. Maybe 8 organization or 8 companies don't reply you. So this is the way that will leads to frustration. And those who started into bug bounty, they know a bit about bug bounty. The perfect way, I will say, that once you started into bug bounty, I will suggest remove LinkedIn, because when you open LinkedIn, it's like success everywhere. Everyone getting a bounty, everyone getting Hall of Fame, Microsoft, Google, Facebook, they are getting bounties. And you compare yourself with others, that this person is getting, then why I'm not? I'm also trying. I'm also doing the stuff. I also did the same. That's how LinkedIn, whenever I open the LinkedIn, there are 10 or 20 first posts. They said that I got $100, I got $200, all of the stuff. But I'm used to it. I don't care about it. For those who started, those who are beginners, I'll suggest that first almost 6 or 7 months, you can remove the LinkedIn from your part. I do believe in cybersecurity field or pen testing field, once started, there is no way back, because it's like unlimited or infinity ocean. And this is the part where I'll be explaining what mistakes I did. So first point, because everyone loves money, everyone loves dollars, because the thing is, once you have money, you can go for movies, you can complete your whatever fantasies you want. That's the thing. Don't run for money in initial stage, because this is the same thing what I did 5 or 6 years back, and I was failed for 10 months. So instead of, if I failed for 10 months, I'm expecting if you go for this, don't run for money, just learn about it. Uh, you can go with 1 month, and you can say 2 months, because don't waste your 10 months what I did. Similarly, if you're learning all in single time, I did the same. I'm learning each and everything all the time. Learning about networks, learning about commands, and it was pretty confusing. I was putting network commands in my Linux. I was putting Linux command into a network analysis. So this made a confusion. So if you're learning about networking, just learn about only network. So just a single thing. Half knowledge is dangerous. I'll be explaining one thing or one experience. Um, in few days or few earlier back things, or you can say 4 year backs, uh, many people know about the LOIC tool. So you can say many people don't know about this. This is the thing that a website, all you heard about CoWIN website, right? So when many people visited CoWIN website, many people were not getting OTP. So this is the same tool, not a tool, you can say, a specific perform or specific activity, which was sending multiple requests to the website. And mistakenly, I started that. And just because my mistake, just because of my half knowledge, the website goes down. So it went down for 2 days. And I know that organization felt up the you can say financial issues, because their all business were online. So I did the giving up, because watching YouTube, watching, joining Facebook groups, joining Messenger, joining Twitter, I was learning, and I was learning all the time, but I was not implementing. And this is the point where I give up. So if you have one website, I will suggest that at least you can spend 7 days on that one website, right? And the comparison part, this is the same thing. Let's suppose those who don't know about it, I will give a small example. I don't know boys care about it or not, but about girls or about other people, those who are studiers, those who, I'm not talking about backbenchers, because I am the one who is a backbencher. I never learn in university. I just making notes on all of stuff. So two girls and two studious friends are arguing about, and my answer is 1.1, and another girl said my answer is 1.2, and we are just backbenchers thinking about, what the hell? I just written Thomas Alpha Edison. This is not the thing. This is not the right answer. But when you started comparing, like this person got 85% and I got 65% only. Why you need to compare? Maybe that person is not that uh, good, whatever skills you have, right? If that person is good in football and if you are good in golf, then what's the problem? So in this field, if someone gets the bounty, don't compare with him, because thoughts will discourage you. It will create a disappointments in your mind. And that's the part where you, when you get the experience, because I said I got 10 years, after 10 years, sorry, not a 10 years, after 10 months I got my first bounty. So in 10 months what I did, literally failed multiple times, and that's where my teacher comes in. So I'll say technology will never replace a great teacher, but in the hands-on experience, which is self, is a great teacher. And obviously, if you have your own experience or if you have your own failure, then obviously you can start with it, because whatever mistake I did, I shared my experience. But technology is like, it's going on and on. And new basis or new day-to-day life, you will see multiple things are coming into technology. And this is where you can get the experience. So if you wanted to get more information about it, you can simply search my name on Google. And if you wanted to go for the slides, you can search about the speakerdeck.com slash Aditya45. And apart from this, if you have any questions, you can ask to me. And yeah, I wanted to thank you for LPU, Griffin LPU, and all of the stuff. I also thanks to Riddhi and Sumit also. And yeah, thanks so much.
Thank you so much, Aditya sir. It was really an amazing workshop. And thank you to all the participants.
So as a first year student, what roadmap he asked. So obviously you can do the side by learning of your university. And I will suggest there is one course about CCNA, which is from Cisco. You can do that certification. I did the same when I was in my first year because, as I said, networking basics are important, which includes HTTP protocol, all of the IP address, TCP protocols, and all of the stuff. You should know about it, how networking is working. So I will suggest that you can go with the networking basics and certification. So as you have a first year, obviously you have a time because when you go for third year, you will get much more submissions and you will get placements from your university. So it's better to invest your time in first year and second year.
So I'd request every participant who is having any kind of doubt, kindly float it in the chat box and sir will be answering them.
So it's CH worth. So currently, I do believe CH is you can take for experience for beginners. You can go for CH certifications for clearing your basics and concepts. But for job perspective, if you see about CH certification, which is globally renowned, and they have expiration about 3 years. So it's not that useful for your hands-on experience. I took that training of CH, but I never used that into my real-time life. So yes, that will be helpful, I guess. I completed BCA, how to improve. So those who have completed graduation, those who have completed the whatever education you are doing. So when you started, you should go for networks. I do tell you this all the time because if you miss this, uh, then basics are obviously important. So you can go on YouTube or you can go on Udemy. They have also networking course. So in, I think 320 or 350 rupees, you can get a networking course, which is basic. It will clear your basics and this will help you. So once completed networking, then you can go with the tool installation, getting started, what type of tool you can use. And just the thing is you can explore all of the tools, how to use it but without any guide or without any reference from YouTube or you can say Google articles, you should not perform that tool. So yeah, yes, you can do the side by bug bounty hunting. It's a very good thing. It will help you for part-time earning or you can say in free time you can do this. I do have a job, I do bug bounties and on a CH and EJPT, I will suggest EJPT is pretty good. So when reporting vulnerabilities, you have to craft a specific syntax which include description, steps, what is the impact of that vulnerability and the possible remediation or solution. That will help. Yes, obviously, if you don't want to go jail, you can practice testings or attacks on labs. So labs as in ports figure, and I will suggest there is one another also, OWASP juice shop that will help. So if you are in class 11, I will suggest that you can go for study of 12th because obviously this is important. When you perform all of the stuff, you have completed your 12th board exams. I will suggest in free time, you can go with the some basic languages course, which is C, C+, and Java also. That will help you a lot when you are testing or when you are learning about a cybersecurity field. Submit, you can, once you completed networking, then you can go for tool installations. On OS installation, you can learn about Linux commands, and that will help you, I guess. Those who want report syntax on my, I'll be posting some tips on my Twitter. I'll be posting tweets on some post on my LinkedIn. So that will help you. Cybersecurity and data science, I don't think so we can compare them, because in my currently in UK, cybersecurity is as important as a data science. They need more people from data science. They need more people from cybersecurity also. I think the questions are never going to end. So you can simply check or simply do DM on my Instagram, or you can search my name on Google. You will get my all social media handles. So on Instagram, mostly I'm active. Instagram and Twitter, you can just mention or you can just tweet about it. So I'll be sharing the resources and references that will help you.
Thank you so much, Aditya sir. It was really a pleasure to be here and it was an amazing workshop. Thank you to all the participants.
Yes, thank you, Riddhi, and I will be thanks for Sumit also, because he's helping me a lot. Meanwhile, this whole process, and thanks to LPU, and you guys are doing really good job.
Like, it's a request to all the participants to please fill out the feedback form given in the chat box and do let us know that what you think about this event, and please fill out your credentials accurately because your certificates will be mailed to the email address that you supply in the form. The feedback form would be there in the chat box. I'll be sending the feedback form in just a minute. So here's a feedback form. Kindly fill your complete credentials